Hey, this is Tom White with Peace of Mind Property Management, and today I want to talk to you about how do you handle emergencies like a pro. Well, I think when the rubber meets the road, so many people say it, and the crunch times that when how does Tom Brady play in the Super Bowl? Is Michael Jordan good in the clutch? Whatever the circumstances is, you are a lot of times defined on how you handle an emergency. Everybody can do good in calm waters, but it's during the emergency that really happens. So this is what I think that you need to do. The first thing you need to do is have a great team with you, right? I mean, you want Michael Jordan with the ball when it's in the fourth quarter, okay, or the last minute of the game. Same thing with Tom Brady. So get a great team, okay? And that team should be prepared. What are the ways to get prepared are doing it as follows. So for a property management company, you should have an emergency hotline. So they should be able to answer the phone 24/7. So a lot of times, this is a bare minimum, okay? Somebody needs to answer the phone at all times, okay? Most companies are gonna have an outsourced system, and we did for a few years. Now our company is larger and we're so much better, but we have a person on staff who actually knows the HVAC companies. They're answering the phones 24/7. And this is so critical for us because they actually know they can diagnose a lot of situations, save money for our owners instead of sending a plumber out there. If we don't have to, we can do some things like that. They can save money in these critical situations. If there's a leak, we can turn off the water at the spout, at the sidewalk. So we turn off the water at the sidelight instead of getting somebody there in the middle of the night. So we turn off the water on the sidewalk. We can get somebody to come the next day if possible. So we know what we're doing and we know how to handle that. Okay, so that experience helps. You need to have great relationships with your vendors. Working with a property management company in San Antonio or whatever you are, that is very important. So the boots on the ground is very real. If there's an emergency and your company doesn't have anybody in San Antonio, if you're managing your property from another city and your rental property is in a different city, that's a big problem because you're not going to have those relationships. So having a relationship that's solid, that's going to be really good, and it needs to be a good relationship. Now, the next thing you need to have is you need to be prepared. And a lot of that is having things like portable HVAC units. So we have portable HVAC units that we can ship very quickly to a house, and that will allow the house to obviously get cooled off. And then we have a little bit of time before we have to make an expensive decision on what we want to do for our HVAC unit. So being prepared, having the right staff, having the ability to answer the calls. Answering those calls are critical, and then just having the experience to do it over and over again is really critical, especially in the summer months, especially in the winter months when you start seeing a little bit more emergencies. I hope that helps.